In the village of Okeayin, a place where dust rose like smoke each harmattan and gossip traveled faster than Okada. Everybody knew Mama Sade, not because she was rich, not because she was wicked, but because she had no child. In our villages, a woman can survive poverty, hunger, even a cheating husband, but barrenness, that one follows her like a shadow at noon. For 11 years after her marriage to Tunde the palm wine tapper, Mama Shade's wrapper never once carried a pregnancy bump. At first the women said, don't worry, God's time is the best. After 3 years, it changed to, have you gone to mountain prayer? After 5 years, they stopped advising. After 7, they started whispering. Whenever naming ceremonies happened, she still attended. She would smile, sing, clap loudly, but she always left before the prayers for the mother. Nobody noticed that she went home to cry inside the bathroom, so her husband would not hear. One afternoon, she overheard 2 women at the stream. That's Sidi. Maybe her womb is locked. Or maybe she did something before marriage. They did not know she was behind the bamboo fence fetching water. That was the day something broke inside her. She tried everything. She went to white garment churches where prophets beat the floor and spoke in tongues. She drank bitter root from an old herbalist in Ibadan, who told her to avoid salt for 40 days. She visited a hospital in the city. The doctor said calmly, Madam, medically you can't conceive. She smiled politely, but on the bus home she laughed alone like a mad woman. Passengers moved away from her seat. In Nigeria, medical truth does not easily defeat spiritual hope. Her husband, Tunde, tried to be strong. Sade, it is you and me God gave each other, children or not. But men say brave things in the daytime. At night, silence becomes heavy, and relatives become louder. His mother began visiting more often. One evening, she dropped a statement like hot oil. Tunde, a man must have someone to bury him. That night, Sade did not sleep. 3 months later, Tunde took a second wife. He cried when telling her. She did not cry. That was worse. The second wife, Bisi, became pregnant within 4 months. The whole compound celebrated. Women danced, drums played. Even neighbors cooked rice. Mama Sade cooked too. She washed baby clothes. She massaged Bisi's legs. She helped during labor. And when the baby boy was born and cried loudly, everyone shouted, Praise God. But something deep inside her answered that cry. Not joy, not jealousy, possession. For the first time in 11 years, she carried a newborn. The baby stopped crying in her arms. Someone joked, See as he likes you. Maybe he thinks you are the real mother. Everybody laughed. Sade didn't. That night, she could not return the baby to the room. She stood outside, staring at the child under moonlight. A dangerous thought entered her heart. What if God just made a mistake about which woman this child belongs to? 2 months later, during a village festival, drums, masquerades, and palm wine distracted everyone. By morning, Bisi's baby was gone. The village turned upside down. People searched bushes, wells, farms. The police came from the nearest town. Questions everywhere. Mama Sade wept the loudest. she fainted twice. Nobody suspected her. After all, she was the one comforting the mother. But 3 weeks later, another baby vanished from the next compound. Now fear entered Ayin. Women tied babies to their backs even inside the house. Rumors began. Maybe ritualists. Maybe witches. Maybe someone inside the village, now far away. In a small town 2 hours away, a woman suddenly appeared with twins. Mama Sade rented a room there. She told neighbors her husband worked in Lagos and she delivered at a private clinic. She became a mother overnight. She sang lullabies. She bathed them with warm water and shea butter. She laughed again for the first time in years. To her, she had not stolen. She had corrected destiny. But reality is stubborn. One child had a birthmark on the shoulder. I mark his real grandmother, remembered. A trader visiting the market saw her, recognized the mark, recognized her face, and the wind carried news back to Ayin faster than thunder. They did not wait for police. Villagers arrived in a bus at dawn. When she opened the door, she saw the entire past standing before her. Mothers crying, men furious, her husband silent. She held the babies tight. I did not steal them. God gave them to me late. No one shouted. That silence was heavier than anger. The babies were taken. She followed the bus back like a ghost. This time, she was not allowed into the compound, not into the church, not into the market. In villages, prison is sometimes not walls. It is rejection. Her husband could not defend her. Tradition was stronger than love. She lived alone at the edge of the village. People avoided her path. Children were warned. Don't go near that house. Months passed. She stopped talking to anyone. But every evening, people heard something from her heart. Not singing, not crying. She was rocking empty cloth on her lap, as if carrying babies. One rainy morning, she was found lying peacefully on her mat. No struggle, no poison. Just gone. In her arms was a small wrapper folded carefully, like a newborn. The old women said quietly, "A woman's heart can break without blood." The village learned something too late. She was not a monster. She was a human being destroyed slowly by shame, pressure, and the cruel weight our society sometimes places on motherhood. Even today, in Ayin, when a baby cries at midnight, elders still say, "Pray for mothers who are waiting." Loneliness can push a person farther than wickedness ever will. And the night breeze still passes Ajanako Street, with a sound like a woman humming, a lullaby to children only she can see.